Hi again, I'm Jay Haley from Palmore Institute, and this video will be covering our essential level reading class, week 1. This is part 2. And so if you watched the first video, you've probably already had a chance to read the story. Again, if you don't have the book, don't worry. What we're going to do in this video is go over some of the things that you might have questions about when you do get to the reading. So let's take a look. So this is chapter 1, Daring to Breakdance. And you can find this story on page 3 of your book. And in this video, we'll be covering questions probably from paragraphs 1 and 2. So if you can take a look in your book in paragraph 1, look for line 6. And you'll find a sentence that says that he likes to be up and moving. Okay? Take a moment, see if you can find that sentence. Yeah. So the first question we'll ask is, what does up and moving mean? Take a moment, pause the video, and think about what your answer is. I guess you've had time to pause the video and think about it. So what it means, up and moving, means that he likes to be active. He's not a couch potato. Couch potato, that might be some bonus vocabulary for you, but no problem. Couch potato. Couch potato is the kind of person who likes to lie on the couch and watch TV all day. They're not very active. So in this story, John, the breakdancer, is not a couch potato. He likes to be up and active. And I know right now with people staying home a lot with the virus, you got to be inside, but try not to be a total couch potato. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Let's see. Next question. Before we get to it, let me teach you a little bit about what the type of question is. Question's called a pronoun referent question. Fancy name, but pronouns. You'll know what these are. Pronouns, as the slide says, they're the words that are like I, you, she, we, they, I, my, me, mine. All the words that are like that are called pronouns. Okay, that's pronoun. Let's talk about the referent. The referent just means, there's an example sentence you can see here where I like pizza. I do. And I like pizza. It is food. So a pronoun referent question looks at a pronoun, it in this case, and it says, what does it refer to? What is it pointing at? Well, this is a pretty easy example. It, of course, is pointing to pizza. So let's look at our story. I'll give you a pronoun referent question from that. Again, this is from paragraph 1, lines 6 through 8. Take a look at those. If you need to pause the video to find it, pause now. Okay. And I assume you've all found it. So let's take a look at those sentences, and I'll give you the question. Yeah. So you'll find a sentence that says, he likes to be up and moving. You can see it in the way he breakdances. The question is, what does it mean? Once again, pause the video, think about what the answer is, and when you're ready, unpause, turn it back on, and I'll show you. Okay. So as you can see in this one, it is referring to this whole sentence, the whole sentence before. It means that he likes to be up and moving. You can see that he likes to be up and moving in the way he breakdances. If you see him breakdance, you'll see he's an active guy. Okay, let's move on to the next question. This is from paragraph 2. It is not easy to describe breakdancing. Okay? So, question here is, John says it is not easy to describe breakdancing. I think that's true. It's hard to explain what it looks like in any way that people can understand. But John doesn't give up. He tries to explain it, and he has a pretty good way of doing it. So my question for you is going to be, how does he describe it? Okay. Once again, pause the video, find the answer. When you're ready, start the video again. So now I assume you had time to look for the answer, and you'll find the answer just after that first sentence, where John describes breakdancing as a mix of dance and martial arts and gymnastics. Now, hopefully you remember the vocabulary, martial arts and gymnastics from the first video, but I think that is a really pretty good explanation. He looks at breakdancing and he talks about it as this kind of combination. It's a little bit of dance, you see on the left, martial arts, that's the middle picture, plus gymnastics equals breakdancing. It's a good explanation. If you don't know what breakdancing actually looks like, I definitely recommend go on YouTube, search for breakdancing, especially 1980s breakdancing, and you will see some examples of what it looks like. Okay, let's move on to the next question. The next question, this is from paragraph 2, and the question says, in the middle part of the paragraph, John gives 2 pieces of advice to people who want to learn breakdancing. And so the question is, what are they? What are these 2 pieces of advice? Okay. Pause the video. When you found the answers, come back and I'll tell you what they are. Okay. Yeah, so first, John's advice is, the first one is to learn the basic moves and understand the main ideas. Okay, learn how to do a few simple basic movements that you need for breakdancing and kind of try to understand how it works. That's his idea for a good starting point. Second piece of advice. Second piece of advice is that once you understand the basics, then add to it and find your own style. You know, take the basics, change it a little bit to fit what you want to do. And that's how breakdancing works, according to John. Okay, on to the next question. Okay. This one, also paragraph 2, it starts around line 9. I'll give you a moment to try and find it, but you will find, oh, looks like we got a phone call. Hold on. We'll have to come back after the phone call is over. Hey, these things happen when you're working from home. But it's my wife, and I'm going to go pick up and see what she's dealing with. So take a break. I'll be right back. And we can edit this out in post. So no worries. Okay, so phone call's been dealt with, and let's move on to the next question. Now, this question, still in paragraph 2, if you take a look at line number 9, you will find the information you need for the next question. So, beginning in line number 9, it says, John talks about something that breakdancers disagree about. So, first question is, what do they disagree about? Pause the video. Once you find the answer, come on back. Hope you found the answer. So the answer for this question is they disagree about what is and what is not real breakdancing. That's the disagreement, but what do they mean by this? Well, some people watch other people dance and they say that's breakdancing. Some people say, nope, that's not breakdancing. It's something else. So they disagree about what real breakdancing is. Let me give you another example of this type of sentence. You take a look at this slide. It says, in that sentence, you see the words what is and is not real. So let me give you a different example about what people might disagree about. So on the slide, you'll see another example sentence. Some people disagree on what is and is not real sushi. Now, imagine again, most of you are from Japan, so you might have some opinions on what is or is not real sushi. One example I know from talking to students quite often is the controversy of California roll. Some people disagree on whether California roll is or is not real sushi. After all, avocado inside. It's not standard sushi by any means. I love California roll. It tastes great. Is it real sushi? I'm going to say yes, but you know what? A lot of people, maybe you, disagree with me. But don't hold back from California roll. Try it if you haven't. It's really good. All right, moving on to the next part of this question. So people are disagreeing about what is and is not real breakdancing. The next question says, so if breakdancers disagree with each other, does this mean that they dislike each other? Are they enemies? Do they hate each other? Pause the video, take a look at the end of the paragraph, see if you can find the answer. Okay, now I hope you found the answer. Here's what my answer is. I said no. No, they do not dislike each other. What it says at the end of the paragraph is most breakdancers show respect for each other. They care about each other. They might not agree about everything, what is or is not good breakdancing, but most of the time they have a healthy respect for each other's performances. So that's the answer there. Okay, I think, we gotten on quite far in this video. Let's stop this video here, and in the next video, we'll be taking a look at some questions coming from paragraphs 3, 4, and 5, and then we'll be done with the story. So come back in the next video and find out how this story ends. Thanks a lot.